أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we are gonna discuss a beautiful name of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, Al-Khafidh. It means the reducer, the lowerer, the abaser. Allah is Al-Khafidh, meaning the abaser, the one who lowers whoever He wills by His destruction. Allah is also Ar-Rafi, the one who raises whoever He wills by His endowment. The root letters for Al-Khafidh, Ha, Fa, Dad, which has the following Arabic connotations: to lower, weaken, depress, to make humble, abase, to relax, diminish, subdue, to soften. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is the one who can subdue anybody, who can oppress anybody He chooses to. He can make humble anybody He chooses to. And He's the only one who can raise the level of anybody whoever He chooses to. We can understand the name of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, Al-Khafidh, as this is the quality of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. He is the powerful. We learned from Quran how Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala sent Hazrat Musa alayhi salam to Fir'aun. He was the tyrant one, the dictator, and he was the king at that time, and he became very arrogant. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala sent Hazrat Musa alayhi salam to tell Fir'aun the message of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and if he listens to Allah's message, then he will be forgiven. But if he keeps on being arrogant, then he will learn the lesson and he will be abased by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. And we learned that despite of him having the immense power and being the king of Egypt, he did not listen to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and tried to kill him, imprison him. But Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala protected Hazrat Musa alayhi salam by granting him the power to enter into the sea. And then at that time the sea parted away and let Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and his followers go with him. And we know the story. Then when Fir'aun entered into that sea, he was drowned along with his army by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. That is one way we learned how Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala makes anybody status low. Basically, whoever he wishes to give anybody a lesson, he can do so because he is the most powerful. He is the king of the kings. The Quran says about Fir'aun, so today we will save you in the body, that you may be to those who succeed you a sign. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala made him as a sign for the people who will come afterwards, a sign of Ibra, because he became heedless and it did not listen to Allah's message. In Quran, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala tells us, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونٍ. We have certainly created man in the best of stature, then we return him to the lowest of the low, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds, for they will have a reward uninterrupted. In another verse, Allah Ta'ala tells us, فَأَمَّا الْإِنسَانُ إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ رَبُّهُ فَأَكْرَمَهُ وَنَعَمَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَكْرَمَنِ وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَبْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. And as for man, when his Lord tries him and thus is generous to him and favors him, he says, my Lord has honored me. But when he tries him and restricts his provisions, he says, my Lord has humiliated me. So that is, in this ayah, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala tells the nature of people. When Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala sends his blessings, he becomes happy, and then when Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala gives him any tests, all of a sudden he starts complaining and say, my Lord has humiliated me. So the right behavior for us should be, when Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala sends his blessing to us, we should always be thankful to him. And whenever we get any difficulty in any challenges, any tests, we should remain patient and not lose hope in Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Because sometimes the difficult situation is a test for us, and Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala gives us a test and want to see how we behave in that kind of situation. So we should always be grateful to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala in order to and to be a good person in sight of Allah, and then that is the way to succeed. So in that kind of situation, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala want to see that when we get into a difficult situation, do we remain thankful to Allah, or start showing our displeasure with Allah? So that is a real test for us. May Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala help us to pass all the tests and remain patient and thankful to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala in any case. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whoever among you wakes up physically healthy, feeling safe and secure within himself with food for that day, it is as if he acquired the whole world." So this hadith gives us a very good lesson that we should always be thankful to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and that is the way we can succeed in this life and hereafter.